Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us from the First Alert Digital News Desk as we are taking a live look at Schuring Road, I-41, where Brown County officials have said the highways are an ice rink on this Monday morning, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we've had several backups. There was quite the large backup down on the Lake Beatamore Bridge in Oshkosh. Several incidents reported down there. We're also told that a portion of I-43 near Manitowoc closed right now due to a traffic incident. So we're continuing to monitor those conditions. Road crews out there trying to treat the roadways, but it is tough to do when temperatures are as low as they are. 1 degree in Green Bay right now. It feels a lot colder. So make sure if you are out traveling, you've got that emergency kit in your vehicle, perhaps an extra coat, some gloves, just in case you do find yourself stranded on the side of the roadway waiting for emergency responders to come and help you out. But a very tricky morning for the drivers out there, Tammy.
And we've had Aisha Morales following all of this in First Alert Traffic. Extremely busy morning as she's been letting us know about this. I mean, when the county is saying the highways are like an ice rink.
Yeah, that's strong verbiage
right
there.
And there's a tow ban right now in Brown County, and Emily Mers has been keeping us up to date too on this developing weather. But here's the situation though. Today's the First Alert Weather Day, and tomorrow's also going to be a First Alert Weather Day. And there are some wind gusts right now that are up to 30 miles an hour. And then this is just, it's kind of continuing this cold and this blowing, and that's creating just glare ice on the roads.
And even Wednesday and Thursday not listed as First Alert Weather Days right now, but it's not much warmer than what it is. Maybe a couple degrees that's getting us over that threshold. So really just an Arctic week we're expecting here. Friday it was listed as another First Alert Weather Day. So just be prepared out there all week long, and make sure you're taking care of yourselves, your homes and your vehicles, all those things, checking in on your neighbors and loved ones, especially the elderly who perhaps live on their own. And if heat shuts off or things of that nature, you want to make sure that you are taking care of everybody, making sure everyone is staying safe out there. Happy Monday, everybody. Thanks for joining Tammy and I here at the First Alert Digital News Desk as we try to do on these Mondays when we're both
recapping
here and recap everything and looking over your consumer first alert on something that is very, very topical right now, because the holidays are over with, but now there's a lot of companies that they have different promotions or whatnot going on. And then Verizon in particular, they just had a big outage where they're offering a $20 credit to some of their customers who were impacted by this. And
by that outage, and that's real. That's a real thing.
Then that gives scammers the opportunity, though, to jump on and say, okay, now's a good time, as they always do. They look for big events like this, and they'll say, okay, we can take advantage of this.
And it's kind of interesting here on the timing on this. So I was alerted by a local fraud investigator. So we're sharing this text message. It looks like it's coming from Verizon, and it says that you have membership benefits. You have expiring reward points, and they want you to click on a link. And if you're looking at that at the top of the text message, you want to look at a couple of different things. Where is it coming from? So in this case, it's an international phone number, and then you're looking to see, who's it going to? It's not just going to you, it's going to, there's like dozens of people on this text message. And then they're telling you that you want to click on this link, and basically what it's doing, it's looking like you're gonna get some reward, some electronic, but you have to pay shipping fees or some additional fees, and so you have to enter a card number. And this fraud investigator was telling me that people aren't just entering one, because it's telling you that the card failed, so then they'll try a different card. So people are losing information with multiple cards, and so it's just a real big issue right now with the text scams. They're so prevalent. Scammers, it's a quick and easy way for them to bombard people with these messages. And the fraud investigator likened this to like the DMV, that toll fine text scam that we saw last summer. Really similar, like the website, apparently, just the MO here, what these scammers are doing is very similar to that. So trying to get ahead of this, because there are people in Northeast Wisconsin who've lost money to this, who've put in multiple cards, and just to try to get this out. So again, anytime you get a text message thinking, I mean, maybe you are a Verizon customer, right? But don't click on that link. Go to your Verizon account. I was like, okay, does Verizon have a rewards account? Like, you should go and verify that. And if you can't find it on their website or on their app or whatever, call your store. Don't click on those links. So that's a huge thing right there.
And what we're seeing on the screen right now, this is an example of one of those
scam texts,
messages, and there's a few different. Obviously, you said be suspicious of those links and whatnot, but a few kind of glaring red flags. I mean, I don't know many companies that use emojis in their text messages to begin
That's a
with.
big thing. Like the emojis, and it's almost like a little over the top on those kind of things. I mean, the thing, I used to say, Emerson, like, oh, look for typos and different kinds of things, grammatical errors. Well, with AI, and I'll tell you, they're getting really good,
they're getting
right?
better
They're
at
getting
those,
better at doing this. You could still look for that too. But again, that multiple people. I mean, if you're getting a text message from a company that you do business with, you'll notice it's usually to one person, just you. And then there's another one too. I didn't cover this in my Consumer First Alert, but it's just another one of these messages. And you could either get this through email or text message telling you that your cloud storage may be full, that your photos and your videos, you're no longer updating, and that, okay, so this one says free storage upgrade available. They want you to click on the link. Actually, our corporate, Gray Media, shared this scam. We get scam alerts. We get our companies trying to keep us up to date on this. This was one of the alerts that they sent to us. I actually received this, and so I saved it, and I wanted to share it. I think that's just really important too. Again, don't click on the links. Go to your actual, okay, if you're, you use iCloud, go to iCloud and see.
Check your storage, make sure you are out.
I know, the thing that's hard about these, I think, is sometimes we just want to quickly check it. And when you get a text message, I mean, this is how, I guess, conservative, protective, suspicious I am. And I guess this is what I do for a living. If I get a text message and I'm looking at it and going, that's likely from that company, because I sign up for the alerts, I still won't go to that. I still will not click on that. I'm just so suspicious about that. So yeah, this free text, or the text that could be coming saying that your cloud storage is full, again, go and check, go to your account and just verify and check that. The other thing they could be doing is trying to steal your login information.
Sure.
So, that other situation is perhaps Verizon, if they're making you look like you're logging in, so they could be stealing your login information, your card information, all sorts of things. They want to use that against you. And the other thing about going back to that Verizon text, the fraud investigator was telling me that as soon as they're getting those card details, they are spending it. They're in Wisconsin stores or online, and they are spending money. They're using those cards. So that is happening almost immediately.
And another big glaring factor as we look at this text message again, when it's those international numbers.
Yes,
right? That's
is
a
something
big.
That, exactly.
You wouldn't expect that to be
international numbers or emails. You'll notice that some of the scam messages that I share, they're coming from some random email.
Sure.
So that's another note. And again, I want to remind you of this. If you think you've clicked on something, in any case, shared your personal financial details, you want to report that to your financial institution, your credit card company, bank, credit union, whatever it is, immediately, because of how quickly they can use your information. So report that. You're going to have to close your accounts. I mean, that's a bottom line. It's a lot of work. So I can't stress enough to be cautious about this. And then our coworker, reporter Victoria Frazier, had a really important Consumer First Alert. It came up Friday morning. We were seeing this, and she spoke with the gentleman who got the phone call, and the guy said, I thought it was Capital Credit Union telling me, that there was fraud on my account. And the reason why he believed this, and we talk about this a lot, is they had information. I think he said something like the last 4 digits of his debit card. They had recent transactions. So Victoria talked with him and also talked with Capital Credit Union about the ways that they are trying to warn people about this. I mean, they're the impersonation scams. I've talked about this multiple times last year about the bank impersonation. They're trying to make you think that they're a fraud department calling you or texting you. And he said, you know what, I should have realized, and I should have just hung up the phone and actually called Capital Credit Union, the number that's on your back, the back of your card,
Something
customer
you stress
service.
to do all the time,
All
right?
the time, right? And I will tell you right now, so these impersonation scams, the bank, the credit unions, they understand that this is happening. They're trying to warn you. We're trying to get out this information to let you know, don't respond to these. If a text comes saying, did you make a transaction, in another state or something, don't reply to that. Go to your account, look at your account, call your bank or credit union, and just verify. I cannot stress that enough, because what they're telling you is eventually they'll say something to the effect of like, you've got to move your money to protect your money. There's fraud on your account. You've got to do this immediately. And the gentleman said something about, this was leading down the road of having to transfer it to Bitcoin, and that's what they're trying to do. And once you enter, you put that money in a Bitcoin ATM, it is not like an ATM that we know. That money is gone. And it's happening so often. So much money is lost. So really trying to get that warning out, and cannot stress enough, when someone tells you this is urgent, I mean, if you pause for a moment and think about that, has your bank or credit union or your credit card company ever called you and said, this is urgent.
Yeah.
Emerson, right now you need to stop everything you need to, and transfer your money. Like, just
in a strange fashion as
right,
well, right? Not
exactly.
coming to the bank, but
right.
going to
So
all those red flags
right.
are flying in the air there.
So as just like a big reminder to just pause and share this with your friends, your family, let them know about this, because this is happening. People are losing money. And another thing I wanted to bring up, a lot of people say, well, I believe this because they had my last couple transactions. Sure. They had information that I thought only the credit union or only the bank or only the credit card company would know. And Capital Credit Union, the person that Victoria talked with said they believe that scammers are getting this on the dark web, that there's information that's out there, there's other breaches. So again, this goes back to the fact that even if they're telling you information that you think only your financial knows, it could still be a scammer.
Sure.
So you got to protect that. And it is another time to remind about multi-factor authentication. So if you're getting a security code, never share that with anyone. That's what scammers are doing too. So they're asking you to share that security code. Once they get that, then they're in your accounts and they can take over.
It never hurts to just hang up the phone and call your
yes.
financial institution. They're going to be happy to help you through this situation that you could
right.
find yourself in.
And sometimes I feel like I'm repeating, like if someone tells you to buy a gift card and share the numbers with them, that's a scam.
But there's always a new
there
scam
is.
every week to talk
there
about.
There always is,
yeah.
and there are people that maybe haven't heard it. So just so important, and we always list these on our Consumer First Alerts. If you ever have a question, something simple to do is you can look up in a couple places, bbb.org. They have a scam tracker. You can go online there and look that up. You can also just take a couple of the phrases or words and Google,
sure.
put that in your search engine, and then put the word scam, and then just see what comes up. I mean, I can't stress enough just that taking that moment to pause, to think about it, or saying, I gotta call you back. And one of the things about us, I think, I hear this from a lot of investigators, especially us in the Midwest, we're really nice. We don't like to hang up on people,
sure.
or we, tend to.
That Midwest nice takes over a little bit, yeah.
Right,
yep.
Which sometimes you just need to hang up the phone and think about it, call the real, company, whatever it might be. So, yeah, and I will go back to that reward text scam.
Yeah.
The investigator was telling me that it wasn't just Verizon. That was an example that looked like it was Verizon. There was also T-Mobile. Also know that there's credit card companies that have reward offers.
Sure.
So when I saw this, I put it in the search engine, and I was seeing reports about different types of scams involving rewards. So just go to your account and check, and if you actually have rewards, if you have expiring points, go and look for yourself before you click on anything that could lead you to give up your personal information or steal your credentials.
For those of you who are watching on Facebook Live right now, I put Tammy's story as well as Victoria's story in the comment section, so you can go click those links, check those out. If you're watching on our WBAY.com, on the live stream, on YouTube, or on the Roku app. You can head to our Facebook page into the comment section and see that, or just head to WBAY.com/Consumer First Alerts and see all of Tammy's fantastic reporting.
Do you want me
that is
to
taking
answer
place.
Margaret's
Margaret wants to
question?
know. Margaret is watching on Facebook, and she wants to know how tall you are.
5, even 5 foot.
I will say, this desk is kind of elevated. We're standing, and it's elevated, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't help the
I know.
sense. It looks like Tammy's trying to
Right.
peek over the computer screens there, so that doesn't help with the illusion.
I know you say I make you feel tall, right?
She does. She makes me feel very tall, and I appreciate that. So, yeah, because I'm 5'10", so I'm very much average when it comes to that. But thank you for interacting with us,
Yeah,
Margaret.
we appreciate it.
that. Again, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to give you another live look at the roadways out there, because if you are traveling today, I know some kids don't have school, some adults don't have to go to work today for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but if you are out and about on the roads, please use some caution. Brown County officials saying that the roads are like an ice rink, which is pretty significant to hear from officials saying that. I know I-43 northbound near Manitowoc shut down right now as they're working to clear that from an incident there as well. So just stay cautious out on the roadways. Stay cautious when you're receiving text messages from scammers.
Yes.
And have a fantastic Monday, everybody. Stay warm out there as well.